Hi guys, welcome to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel grow. And as always, I'm not a doctor, don't make any medical claims. This is based on my own personal journey. So please do your homework first. And welcome to week 196 weight loss update. Welcome to June 1st, and today is June 1st. And let you know how the month of May did. Well, before we do that, I wanted to let you know where I am. I'm at the Doyle Conservation Center over here in the city of Leominster. I actually call it a reference as the Doyle Estate. This is one of the most beautiful places in our city to go walking. You can bring a dog here. You can have it on a leash and clean up their mess. And they have disposable things throughout the area. And it's really nice. I'm sitting over here on the bench area on the platform next to the frog pond, and you can see a nice scenery behind me over here. And I'm thinking I'm gonna, when I did a lot of photographs before I came to this spot, and I think I'm gonna put those into a little bit of a musical slideshow. It'll probably be either on this video or the next video right behind this one. But yeah, so I'll let you know how we did. So I lost 8 pounds for the month. I think that's fantastic. I was averaging 2 pounds a week, which is the beginning of my weight loss journey. Once I started getting cranking on it, that's really what it was. And I'm happy I'm back on track. I believe it was related to all the walking miles I did. So I ended up with 104,000 steps and 63.5 miles. Thought that was fantastic. There was only 5 days out of the entire month I didn't go walking. Now, we didn't plan on walking that many miles. Our goal was basically just to get out there and move and walk and walk for health, and that's pretty much about it. So when I don't really set a goal, I overachieved and I feel really good. I'm not tired. I sleep really well at nighttime, and so I feel really well. We did some egg fasting. We did a lot of beef and butter fast, and we had regular meals, and then we had keto meals in between meals. And you know, it is what it is. As I mentioned in many of my videos, you know, I run out of cash. I don't want to run out of food. So when I get close to food being run out, I have to budget my money and, you know, have the regular meals that everybody else has, like spaghetti and that sort of thing. You know, because I have no choice. It's either that or go hungry. So want to know how going on the job front? I decided not to pursue that job in South Carolina for the job for the. Not South Carolina, but for the bus driving job, because I think it'd be too stressful driving the young kids. And when I thought about the South Carolina, they want the Corey check from that state, and they want the driving record from that state. I requested all that information once, and they told me they sent it to the registry, but the registry never got it, and I'm not dealing with that no more. And I just thought maybe it'd be too stressful with the young kids at my age. So I'm putting that on the back burner for now. Maybe I might try it again later on in the wintertime. But we'll see how it happens and how it goes. Meantime, I did apply for a Walmart position not in our city, but in another area for store picking. I haven't heard back from them yet, but that looks promising for 3 days a week, 8 to 4 o'clock. And I don't know, but in the meantime, another company in Pittsburgh called me up and they want to hire me. I have had 2 job interviews, and I have another one coming up either Monday or Tuesday for a 3rd job interview. The last time I was there, I signed out the Corey check paperwork for my driver record and all that. I know that'll all pass. The guy was very impressed with me. We seemed to hit it off pretty well. The girl Sharon in the office, she seems to like me really well too. And I know John that works there. And yeah, so we're going to see what happens out of that. And we talked about hours. We talked about money. And I said in many of my videos, I'm not working for less than minimum wage. So for a driver, it starts out at $16 an hour, which would be fine for part-time. He said I could probably give you part-time for now, maybe eventually bring you up to full-time hours, and that would work out good for me, because then that way there I can see whether or not I can even handle 8-hour shifts anymore. I've been retired since 2008. You know, I've been on disability, and now that I'm fully retired on Social Security, they finally get me off of disability, and now I can work unlimited hours, and I can make up to $50,000 a year plus my salary from Social Security on my retirement. So it's definitely coming along, and I got a good feeling that I'm going to be able to get this job, and I'm going to try. It'll be from 8 to 4:30, and you know, let's see what happens. And if I don't like it, I can just quit, right? You go on to the next job. But you know, we're cutting it really very close to the month, and I'm running out of food, and pretty close to that. And I don't like living like this. Everybody knows that the prices of the groceries are crazy, and So yes, so what I want to do when I start getting some checks, right now my freezer is down to about 3 or 4 pieces of meat, and I get my next check on next week. So what I'm planning on doing, once I completely empty out the big freezer, I got to defrost it, clean it all up really good, and then there's a meat company that in our city that sells meat, like packages of meat. I've ordered from them many times before. I'm going to double up on the meat order this time through them, and I could get a couple $100 of meat. I could get like 20 pounds of ground beef, different varieties of meat, and that sort of thing. And on my next video, I'll show you what we get and take a video of it and get the pricing on that. So if you happen to live locally, but even if you don't live locally, I'm sure in your town or city, there's a lot of meat places that do the same. Even some of your local farmers that sell and chop up meat for you guys. I would rather get it through the local farmer, get the organic, but I can't afford it, so I get what I can afford. And I would suggest doing the same thing. So I'm very happy that, you know, we're down 8 pounds for the month. So I got a scale photograph in the video with 259 pounds this morning, and I feel pretty good, you know. And I was like 270 at the beginning of the year. So, you know, I've been really pushing hard to get the weight off. It's not coming off as fast as I want it, but I'm thinking to myself that I always wanted to get down to 180 or 200 and less low pounds. When I was actually down at 200, I didn't feel comfortable with that weight. I felt very, you know, it didn't look like me. I had a shrinkled up face and all that. So I would be happy at the 220 range or 210 range, as long as I can stay there and it doesn't float up too much. And it, you know, and I think that would be a good weight for me, and that would bring me down to almost a medium-sized shirt. Right now, I'm still in an extra-large shirt, and if I wasn't careful, I'd be back up to 2X. But I know some of my extra-large shirts are not really fitting me as loose as I once did. So, you know, but I'm not going to get rid of them. And, you know, here's another thing, too. Never get rid of your clothes. Once you do lose your weight, put it in a tote somewhere if you got the room, and save them, because if you happen to have bad weeks and bad months and you gain your weight back, at least you won't have to buy the clothes all over again, unless you're absolutely sure, you know. But yeah, so FEMA came down our house a couple of days ago. She took all kinds of measurements, interviewed my daughter and I, and we got denied. You know, I'm glad they did, but not denied us rather, but glad they came down, because there's other people that got worse hit than we did, and I hope they get money that we didn't get. You know, problem was I didn't have enough photographs of showing my stuff that we had. That's what they go by. And I only had one photograph. The bin was half empty, and my bin was full of stuff. It had computers, cameras, and stuff like that. And when I was able to get down the cellar, everything was all bunched up in piles and all scattered throughout the entire floor area. So I cannot, you know, without proof, you know, I knew we weren't going to get anything. It is what it is, so we just move on, right? But yeah, it's going along really good. Right now I'm in the shaded area. It's June 1st again. It's about 80 degrees. Kids in our city graduated today, so wish them a happy graduation and congratulations. And you know, now a lot of them are going to be moving on to college and finish out their careers or whatever they decide they want to do. Now we've had a lot of outstanding athletes came in through Leominster there, and now they're playing professional ball. Noah Gray from Kansas City Chiefs won 2 Super Bowls with them. There was a coach in basketball in Leominster, coach of the year. So quite and a lot of other ones, and it's quite notable. You know, in our city, we do a lot of fantastic stuff. The common update's almost complete. So next Sunday, not this Sunday, I thought it was this Sunday. When I was walking this month, Friday, I walked down past the firehouse, and I talked to one of the firemen, one of the lieutenants, and he told me that the open house is going to be next Sunday, and what they'll do is they'll have a prayer at the church, and then they'll congregate in front of the Main Street fire station, or Central Street fire station they call it, and then they'll have a little parade going across the opposite street, going down to where they're going to congregate and have a prayer and read off the names of the firemen and stuff like that. And you know, I filmed that out in the past. It'll be nice to film it this year with the common being complete now. And yeah, so tomorrow, Sunday, I'm going to go down that common area, take a video and stuff like that, and do a further update for the people that don't live in our city. And that's pretty much what I've always enjoyed doing. So I just, you know, the problem with the studio stuff, it just got too out of control, and if they're never going to pay me and they're never going to hire me, let somebody else do it. But this past Monday on Memorial Day, I just didn't want to, I wanted to go down there. I didn't want to go to all the stops, and I didn't know if anybody was going to be there filming, so I brought my camera anyways. And so I saw this girl named Tanya. She's new to the studio, and it was not pouring out, but it was raining out, so enough it was going to affect the camera or anything. So I made contact with her, and then I said, yeah, all right, I'll stay there the whole day. And I grabbed a hold of her umbrella. I helped her set up the camera, showed her where she needed to be, and I was helping her out on each location. And a couple of times this week I was walking in the downtown area. She happened to be walking at the same time, and I talked to her for quite extensively about everything. And she's a nice young lady, and she is going to take over the Colonial Band Contest this year, so I'm going to be able to help her out with that. And we'll see where everything goes after that. But yeah, I can't thank everybody enough for helping me out, and me continuing to lose the weight. The Shrinkables recipe, the videos is going very well. When I got up this morning, I had 1,628 subscribers, and I got 630 now. A couple more today, and all my videos, your guys and gals seem to be enjoying all of them. And once I can get a little bit of money coming in every week now, I can go back on keto and just do some really good keto meals like I did before. I've been recycling some of my older videos, and I'm looking at some of them, and the ones that were talking directly over the videos, the one that any of you guys ever stayed with me and watched my videos. But thank you so much for that. I had no clue as to what I was doing. I never wanted to post any recipes before, and then I just decided to say to heck with it. And so I use a program now called Filmora 12. They're actually 13 now or something like that. I just got a new upgrade. It runs me 20 something a month. It's a really great, outstanding program. Lots and lots of special effects for YouTube and other social media platforms. And you can once you render out your video, you could right through the program. You could just upload it right to your websites and your anything else that you want it. Tons of special effects and free music. I had an issue with something the other night, and so I called them up, and they do have live operators. So I talked to her over the telephone. She logged into my system. We figured it out what was going on, and we got it going again just like that. You can't ask for anything better than that, right? I mean, and speaking of that, oh man, was I pissed. So just before FEMA was scheduled to come down the house here, I called 2 days before. I needed my denial letter from the insurance company, because we didn't have flood insurance at the time, so they wouldn't cover it. And I needed to get a hold of a denial letter. I got the denial letter finally, but that particular day, I was on the phone 8 hours trying to get through to a live operator, the one that actually handled the claim. And when I finally got through the live operator, I was so pissed that she put me on hold. And she heard my voice in the background. I got pissed. I go, this is fucking bull crap, pardon my language. And she said, well, what do you mean? I says, 7 or 8 times over the last 7 or 8 hours, I've been trying to get through to a live operator, and everybody keeps rerouting me, and you got to run through the entire prompt before you can get a live operator. And then a couple of times you guys hung up on me. I don't need this aggravation. I go, you don't have a problem taking my money, or if I miss a payment on my insurance there or whatever, you cancel out my insurance policy. So, she understood it, but, she apologized, and so did I. But, it just got my goat, So I just, I said, and then, of course, a couple of days later, when I did call them up, when FEMA was here, I got a hold of the right person that I needed to get a hold of, because the one that handled my initial claim was out on vacation. And when I gave him the policy number and everything, he was able to find that denial letter. I got it if I ever need it now, but, I'm not going to pursue it any further. It is what it is. But that's what happened to that. Now, on the bingo front, my wife, again, didn't win anything 5 weeks in a row. She only waited 1 night out of 5 weeks. She's only waited like 1 night where she had a good night of weights, and the rest, she's not even getting in. If you feel like you're totally wasting money. But, it is a night out. And I talked to Betty Ann, and she's going to... starting in June, my friend Alden's going to be going on vacation, the other co-worker that I volunteer with. And, him and his wife are really nice people. And he's going on vacation for a few weeks. He's not going to be back for about 4 or 5 weeks, but he does this every year. But he even when he's on vacation, he works because he's self-employed. So that, you know, they set up a camp and he's got jobs lined up for the whole week. And on Thursday nights he's going to be volunteering at the bingo hall again, like what he does over here. You know, he likes volunteering like I do. I don't like playing every week, even if I have the money. But the whole idea about going back to work is because we're cutting it really, really close to the penny every month, and I don't like living like this. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, especially if you got young kids. I mean, I've seen people struggling big time doing grocery orders and, you know, not paying their bills because they got to eat, you know, and it's terrible. So we definitely have to change that, and we know change is coming, guys. So I walk by faith right now, not by sight. I was so pissed at what happened the other day, and you guys don't know what I'm talking about. So, you know, again, I shut down the media. I'm not watching it no more. You know, I don't need to watch the media to know what's going on. God tells me what's going on. And when I go on social media, Facebook and some other sites that I go on to, I can look at that and say, oh, if there's something major going on, then they need to know. I get it through that. So, well, I get all upset and all baloney over something that I have no control over, you know. Just take one day at a time, enjoy yourself, live for today, and you know, you'll be fine. Just take one day at a time, 1 pound at a time, it'll come off. So yeah, and then I think Sunday night, don't forget Anne-Marie's doing game night now, just on Sunday night, because it's an awful lot of work on her, filming out every day. She's tired at the end of the day, plus babysitting and doing the, you know, the TikTok channel that she has. It's really, really hard, and I get that so much, Anne-Marie. You know, you don't have to apologize to me. I know exactly what you're going through. I've been doing YouTube now for 3 years. We'll probably be monetized around October or November sometime this year. Planning on having a lot of giveaways that time when it does happen. Again, when a big milestone for a giveaway possibility will be when I hit 2,000 subscribers. So that'll probably be in a few more months, and when I hit 2,000 subscribers, maybe I'll probably be monetized then, I hope. But if not, we're going to continue with the channel. I got videos posted all the way up to the end of January. January. I got videos posted all the way up to the end of June, and I'm starting to work on July. Now, Monday through Friday, we do the Shrinkables playlist at noontime. I noticed on Amazon they had 2 books available that just were Shrinkables, so I'm sending out for those 2 books, and we're going to try to duplicate all those recipes, and then we can modify them to something like bras. And I'm always thinking about other recipes. Now, today I saw a new recipe that's got me kind of excited. She made a flatbread pizza crust out of cottage cheese and 2 eggs. So you take 4 ounces of cottage cheese, full fat cottage cheese, simple seasonings, whatever you want in seasonings, put it in a blender, put it on the bottom, on the top of a pan on parchment paper, pop it in for 15 minutes on a 350-degree oven, pop it out and add your sauce and add your cheese and put that back in the oven until it's all melted and your favorite toppings, and you're good to go. So we're definitely going to try that and see how that comes out. And if I like it, what I'll probably do is when I do that, I'll probably do 2 versions. I'll do one for the filming and go live with the other one. I think that because I haven't done any live videos in a while for cooking. I like to start doing some more of that. The cash that we've been running out of, my wife's been helping me out every month, but you know, I don't like going into her money. You know, her money is her money and my money is my money, but my money, I just haven't had any money. So that's another reason why when I go back to work, I'll be pulling in $300 or $400 a week for part-time, and that'll be good because then I'll make up a grocery order if I want to buy a scratch or if I want to buy a coffee or something like that. And yeah, so I guess that's all I got to say. But we watch it for week 197 the following week. You watch it for continuing updates. I usually go live every Tuesday or during the week, and oddball times during the week. Should know Monday or Tuesday when to go back for that 3rd interview. Donna's got a noontime appointment up in Pittsburgh for her infusion shots. Now, I should be over there for about 3 to 4 hours. And that was the other tickler that for this particular job. He's okay with that because he understands the process. And, you know, then that's about it. So I'm going to let you guys go. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for coming along my journey. Love you guys. And if anybody hasn't told you this, you guys are amazing. And have a super day and have a super week. And don't forget, we might be doing some egg fasting and beef and butter fast in the month of June. And I'll give you further updates on that too. Have a great day, guys.